Alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah, wa ala ali wa sahbihi ajma'in, amma ba'd, rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wa halul uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Welcome to episode 20, where we discuss some of the ways to connect with the Book of Allah, and today's one is my favorite. It's close to my heart. Why? Because it is about the long list of names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Surah Hashr. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala starts Surah Hashr by mentioning that all in the heavens and the earth, it proclaims the purity of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ends the surah in a similar fashion, using these two names, Al-Aziz and Al-Hakim. Yet another perfect symmetry. Now Surah Hashr, as we know, is about the expulsion of Banu Nadir and exposure of Munafiqs. And following the expulsion, it is about fire, leftover, charity, which was distributed to Muhajirs, Ansars, and also it is given to the later Muslims, which include all of us as well. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala uses Ar-Rauf here, not Ar-Rahman, meaning even not a fraction of harm Allah expects for His true believers. That is what it means. However, the ultimate goal for the believers is paradise, right? And the ones who are serious, they will strive to know about Allah, and they will follow the Quran. Subhanallah. So brothers and sisters, symmetry like this, right? It facilitates ease in reading and memorizing the surah. And this surah, as I said, has the long list of the names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And why? Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the surah reminds us, right, for not to be in the category of group who forgets Allah. So through this, Allah is teaching us the best way to remember Him, to know Him, is by learning His name. And the sequence of these names, right, is mind-blowing, right? So which is going to be our takeaway of today's episodes. So we are reminded first and foremost that we should not be submitting our hearts to any except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Huwallahu allazi la ilaha illahu. And then that is knowledge is all encompassing, including what is inaccessible to us. Alimul ghaibi wa shahada. And then that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is extremely loving and caring towards all of us. Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahim. So in simple terms, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is teaching us to have trust and reliance upon Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Right? That's how He begins. And then from here on, the names addresses, among other things, the different emotional states that we generally endure. Right? The different emotional state that we generally endure. So when we are confused about who to turn for authority, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Al-Malik. When we are worried about injustice or oppression, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Al-Quddus. When we feel anxious or disturbed, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is As-Salam. And when we are afraid or uncertain, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Al-Mu'min. When we feel apathetic or out of control, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Al-Muhaymin. And when we feel overcome, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Al-Aziz. When we see oppressions or have been victims or perpetrators of oppression, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Al-Jabbar. And when we see others elevate themselves or our problems, it becomes overwhelming, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we have to remind ourselves that He is Al-Mutakabbir. And then, subhanallah, Allah reminds us that He knows us. He knows us what is best for us. Why? Because He's our creator, He's our producer, He's our fashioner, Al-Khaliq, Al-Bari, Al-Musabbir. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala profoundly concludes with the fact that He is Al-Aziz, Al-Hakim. That means nothing is arbitrary. Subhanallah. So based on the situations, based on our emotions, based on our state, Allah is giving us multiple names. But we can pick whatever we are, whatever our state is. Based on that we can pick and we can call out to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, subhanallah, based on this verse. So we call Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we call out Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with all the names that we learned today, and we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to keep showering with His mercy, peace and blessing upon us all the time. Barakallahu li wa lakum fil Quran al-Kareem. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Jazakumullahu khairan.